So just as we look at this roadmap of grief right now, you might turn around and say, yes, here's where I am on that journey right now. But I'll guarantee you that within an hour, within a day, you'll be in a different place. And it is actually that flow and ebb that continues in this grief that can actually help us build the resilience that we need. One of the lovely things we know about this is that it's really good to take time out from our grief. What do I mean? Maybe to go to somewhere that you used to enjoy going. I think of friends who used to go to a space that they used to go to before they were married, before they had children. But you know as well as I do, the following day you come home and you're feeling guilty because you had too nice a time yesterday. That's the craziness of grief. One of the important things that we need as well as we make this journey is the link objects, the reminders, the continuing bonds, the way that we actually tell our stories of our children, the belongings we hold on to, the preciousness, and how important they are, because every single one of us that goes through this will turn around and talk about, the pieces and the things that they have that belong. The last exercise book, the photography an older son has created, the art an older daughter has worked on, the plans, the dreams. But they're very important to hold with us because in them they validate the relationship we had with our children. They validate the existence of our child that has now gone from us. And it gives us a durable story to carry on for the rest of our days as bereaved parents. And one final thing, when we think about grief and loss, society at large often thinks that, in grief, that in the beginning, we are full of grief. And society has this notion that, that grief diminishes. But one of the things we've come to realize is that we actually grow around our grief and become much bigger people to hold it. So when I use the word accommodation, I mean we learn to grow in order to hold our loss. What happens with that? Grief doesn't go away. 20 years' time, scratch the surface, and we may still shed tears. Because remember what the Swedes said, the early part is intense grief and pain. And then the second phase is a phase of missing. And for bereaved parents, we will miss our children for the rest of our lives. I think the author, John O'Donoghue, in his beautiful poem For Grief, puts it very, very well. It might be worth looking it up on your YouTube and having a read. Many parents, when I've given them a copy, have told me that they've stuck it on the fridge door and they take a line a day to help them through. I hope this has been of help to you, that our short segments can help you with the next stage of your journey.